These are the tools that people use to build stuff. In UI design, we use mouse and keyboard to build the UI. We have different tools. People building houses use hammers and nails, but in UI design, we use the magic devices called keyboard and mouse. And if you're just starting out, and if you watched some of our previous videos, you're maybe wondering, okay, so basically I'm just there to do UI design, to click on computer, and to have some pretty screen, right? So that users can click through it. Well, that's not exactly 100% of the story, because as a UI UX designer, you have to think about how to work with clients, how to interact with clients that you're gonna have, how to interact with your colleagues, and even maybe how to sell your design. So you may have to become a salesman as well. And that's also something that we're gonna cover in later videos. So think about it. If we now talk about the tools that you have to use, it's not just Figma, it's not just design tools. There's also tools that you have to use in order to communicate with clients, in order to save your work in different formats, in order to organize your work. So again, if you're just starting out and you've never heard about the software like Trello, Asana, Monday, and all of these different tools, these tools allow you to work more efficiently to get to your goals. And we're going to also cover the Upwork is the platform for designers and freelancers of all sorts to sell their work and sell their stuff online. There's 99 Designs. So there's different ways that you can work online. Of course, you can also get a job, a local job in your city or nearby, and work there. But interestingly enough, you would have to think about all these different facets of what a UI designer has to do. And I just want to stress how important it is to not just do great design, but to also do everything great that you might do with collaborating with clients and, maybe having a job, being a great colleague. And we are going to discover what all those things are and how a successful UI UX designer and a successful person, successful IT expert overall can handle these situations and can be even better. So think about it, the UI UX design and how does it work? We build tools, we use mouse and keyboards, we click, every day, all day, click through some designs, and people think we just create 5 nice, beautiful screens. Well, that's not true. We have to think about what's going to happen in the soul of a person when he or she uses what we built. And if the app's going to be a huge success, like Instagram, like Facebook, you probably love Instagram and you never thought about, wow, the heck, somebody designed this. You probably love your iPhone, but you never thought, heck, somebody put this button here. So that's why it's convenient. That's why it's easy to be used. We are going to tackle what's the job of a UI UX designer, what tools to use, how to do it successfully, how to sell your work. But the most important thing to know is that this is going to be a very slow process. You're going to have quite a few videos here to watch through. And the only thing you need to know for now is that our primary tool is computer, keyboard and mouse. And this is how we build the future of computing. This is how we build the future of civilization through these technologies that we have. For example, you never thought about it, but there's now a VR headset, there's Apple Vision Pro, there's MetaQuest, there's all these different devices that require spatial UI, that require designers to think differently about how people are interacting with their objects. It's not just touchscreens anymore. Now we have to think about, wow, the UI, the window is gonna just appear out of nowhere here in real space from the user's perspective. So let's see what we can do about it in order for user to interact successfully and to finish what he or she started. So next time when you think about UI design, think about the broader sense of it, and that your job as a UI designer is not going to be just to merely click on the keyboard. It's going to be to successfully communicate with clients, to set the project requirements, right? So if the project requirements are unclear and you're starting the project, UI is not going to be great, to be honest. You have to, make your client satisfied. You have to get paid for it and actually set the correct price, even elevate if you can, right? So you have to demonstrate how that UI is going to look on mockups, how it's going to look on devices, if the client's going to like it. You have to iterate on it, to work on client's feedback, and to still be, nice person to talk to when the client says, "Ooh, I don't like it." So you can't just say, "Wow, go to hell." Of course, we're not going to do that, right? So, of course, afterwards, you have to support the client with some other marketing material, landing pages, websites, whatever he might or she might need in order to run successful business. And here, I'm not even talking about having your own design studio or design agency. Here, we're talking about the basics. So the basics of UI UX designer is to be a successful person, to be successful overall in order to deliver the best possible service. If you're struggling with English, you have to learn English. English is the number one tool you need if you're from somewhere where English is not the primary language. So you have to work on yourself in order to be a great UI designer. But isn't that with everything in life, right? It's always best to work on your overall image, your overall persona in order to deliver the best work of your life. Next thing you have to think about is, okay, now I have the list of things here. I know there's so much to do, but don't get discouraged because it's your personal challenge. If you set out to try this thing called UI UX design, it's your personal challenge to see how can you be better, not at UI UX, but be better at yourself.